Hi, today on the show we're going to be talking about differentiated instruction. Differentiated instruction means that you tailor your instruction to meet your individual student needs. Whether it's differentiating the content. Hi, today on the show we're going to be talking about differentiated instruction. Differentiated instruction means that teachers tailor their instructional methods to meet the needs of their individual students. Whether a teacher differentiates the content, process, product, or learning environment, all of these can be effective tools in helping your students learn. So first, let's talk. There's three different principles to DI. First is continual assessment. Continual assessment means that teachers test the students' knowledge of what they've learned throughout the unit. It's important to do this throughout the unit to make sure you can see if a student has fallen behind or hasn't grasped a particular concept. If you do this, you'll know if whether or not information has to be retaught. Second is respectful tasks. Usually students have a particular affirmation and they seek challenge and purpose when they come into the classroom. Being aware of these helps you create tasks that are respectful for what they need to learn and that are a response to the students' needs. Flexible grouping is also an effective DI method. It just means that you put students in different groups. It can be at their own choice, at the teacher's choice, or at random. And it usually means that students will get their needs met by working with a variety of different students. And you can see which groups work better. Perhaps you group them by their similar readiness, or perhaps you would put different readiness learners together to try to see if they can help each other out. And then, finally, you can also have them work individually or just in pairs. There are also three things to be aware of when you are differentiating your instruction. You need to be aware of your student readiness. Readiness is the level that a student comes into a particular unit or subject and what they know at that point. It's important to be aware of these because you can use the readiness strategies to help be a more effective teacher, and you can determine what you need to do to support their learning. The student interest. Interest is really a student's affinity or curiosity about a particular subject or skill. And knowing these various interests is really important and it can help you become a better teacher. An example of differentiating for student interest would be to make, say, a student that isn't really great at math but loves sports to include some word problems that were relevant to them by using sports statistics in the word problems. So let's talk about how teachers at the most basic level can differentiate their classroom. So content. Content is what a student needs to know or how the student will get particular information. Examples of differentiating content include using different reading materials based on different reading levels for your students, putting text materials on tape, or using spelling or vocabulary lists that are relevant to the student's ability.